Let's start the show as soon as possible. Welcome back to another episode of Vanadi Crypto Show. We are seeing that crypto altcoins are getting ready for an explosive move to the upside. We're seeing Bitcoin is continuing its bullish uptrend. We're seeing so many new companies are coming and aiming to buy billions, literally billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. So all the latest news of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, on this show, what is the perspective in the immediate short term as well as in the cycle. Let's get it started. We're seeing Bitcoin right now is trading at around $105,800. So nothing really to worry about because we are consolidating around this previous all-time high. So before it was in December 2024, then it went down in this volatile period, and now we are testing this period. We broke above this to $112,000 and we are testing it. So nothing to worry about. Is we're in a very bullish structure over here, and it is quite likely that we will stay in this region and go higher as the next move. Okay, and quite unlikely that we are going to go down into this territory. Now it's possible we still will be at 95 to 100,000. We'll still be in a bullish momentum here, but it's possible that we go there. But right now it seems like we are kind of holding this consolidation level. And the altcoin season has not even started. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance, this is where massive drops in the Bitcoin dominance is shaking to the downside over here. And we're not quite there yet. It's the recency bias is telling people that we're going to just continue going and Bitcoin dominance moving higher and higher, but that's not what history is telling us, okay? At some point, we're going to see a nasty move to the downside, which means that altcoins are going to pump, and they're going to pump a lot. If you look at Ethereum, it is itching right now, actually, to be breaking to the upside. We are keeping this positive momentum on the weekly level over here. You can see consolidating after this big pump from $1,800 to $2,500. We're not actually closed the week below this level. So this is a very, very good bullish sign that Ethereum is highly likely to continue going to the next stop of $3,200. So it's quite urgent if you haven't bought already Ethereum to kind of buy it right now, because the Ethereum is leading the way on the altcoins. Even Solana, Ethereum is going down over here. Ethereum is winning the battle in the last like 7-8 weeks over Solana. Now, let's take a look at what's going on in the market. We see the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, is saying that if the electorate doesn't hold Congress accountable to reducing the deficit and start paying down the debt, the US national debt, Bitcoin is going to take over as reserve currency. So if you look at the US national debt, it's been growing exponentially higher. Look at this. In the 2000s, it was like 200 billion, 500 billion over here, 600 billion. Then it's accelerating, 500 billion, 500 billion. Then 1,500 billion over here, right? That is another 1,500 billion. There is 1,700 billion over here. And it's just accelerating to the upside. Now here is another like 3 trillions, like 3,000 billions, right? So it's just accelerating down upwards. And who is going to stop this US national debt? It's not that Bitcoin is worth more, it's just the US dollar is worth less. It's just the fiat currency is worth less. And that's the reason we're seeing these valuations that are skyrocketing. We see Donald Trump Jr. says his family is all in on Bitcoin and crypto because they were debanked, they were denied financing from the banks, and now they're all in on crypto. Well, this is not really new. You already know about it. The US M2 supply, the monetary supply, hit a record high of $21.86 trillion. So the governments are printing like crazy, and they're going to continue printing more because what they're going to cut? Are they going to cut the defense budget? Are they going to cut Social Security? Are they going to cut pensions? or they just print more money. I think the choice is quite obvious. They're going to print more money and continue down this path. We have now 4 countries proposing to make strategic Bitcoin reserve in Europe. So that is amazing. The nation state fear of missing out is on fire right now. President Trump's Truth Social filed for a Bitcoin ETF. It's quite unusual over here. Truth Social Bitcoin ETF. I don't know what the heck that means to the market, because people can buy Bitcoin ETF without the Truth Social, but the more exposure to the Bitcoin, the better. We see the pro-Bitcoin presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung just won the South Korean election. He promised to legalize ETFs and invest state pensions in Bitcoin. So this is huge. Again, more money that is coming. And according to Bob Lucas, and I agree with his analysis, Bitcoin should start a new cycle this week, with Ethereum looks ready to continue the recent outperformance and a push to $3,200, which I already shared with you in the beginning of this video. We have BlackRock, $11.5 trillion BlackRock. Jay Jacobs says Bitcoin resonates with people looking for global monetary alternatives amidst more uncertainty. The new marketing team is here, and they're pushing and pushing and pushing Bitcoin. Even Robert Kiyosaki is saying billions will rush into Bitcoin this summer as crash deepens. So we see the Swan chief investment officer tells CNBC Bitcoin is heading to $200,000 this year because corporates are long only. I'm going to show you additional corporations that are eyeing acquisitions of above $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. We see 1.6 trillion. Bank of America says escalating trade tensions between the countries will draw new investors to Bitcoin this summer, right? Because amidst this uncertainty, Bitcoin is winning. Now look at this company. North American construction engineering company SolarBank adopts a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So I don't know how many millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, are going to flow into this just from this SolarBank alone. The leading Solana treasury strategy now listed on Frankfurt Stock Exchange, giving European investors exposure to Solana. So this is bullish news for Solana that I want to share with you. And check it out. Spanish coffee chain Vanadi Coffee plans to invest over $1.1 billion in Bitcoin for its reserve strategy, following MicroStrategy playbook to transform into Bitcoin first company. Following their footsteps, issuing corporate bonds in order to fund the acquisition. Over $1 billion coffee shop in Spain. Come on. This is insane. This is crazy. If you look at their stock, the stock started to pump because some insiders know what's cooking. Here is another one. Raider Logtech announced $1.5 billion Bitcoin acquisition plan. So that's another huge plan to acquire up to $1.5 billion. I mean, this is amazing. This is Hong Kong based. Again, more and more companies are just flooding into buying more Bitcoin. More controversy right now over the Trump family, as the Trump unveiling a crypto wallet, yes or no. So his associate is saying yes. Billions of Trump fans. There's going to be this TrumpWallet.com, official Trump wallet, right? Magic Eden is saying yes, big news. Wallet is coming soon, but his sons are denying. His Barron son says, our family has zero involvement with this wallet. Donald Trump Jr. is saying that no, we have zero involvement with this product. So what's going on? What is the truth? Are there going to be there's a lot of controversy around this, but one thing is undeniable. Trump wallet can only be a good thing for adoption of crypto, right? Anyhow, Pump Fund plans $1 billion token sale at $4 billion valuation. Crazy. Pump Fund, if you don't know, it's a platform for different meme coins to be launching at anybody that has $5,000 can launch a meme coin there. There's a lot of bullshit launches there that die very, very quickly. But Pump wants to create this Pump token at a $4 billion token valuation. Now, that's a lot. I personally will be very careful to participate in this private rounds in this, buying the token, you gotta be very careful because the name suggests, pump that fun. It's pumping for fun, but it also can dump, and it can dump a lot. So be careful about that. Sources are saying that the airdrop for users confirm as well, and the pump.fun launching pump token in the next 2 weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. So what else? We have the new exchange Bitonix that I'm currently testing and check it out. Bitonix exchange is a new, well, not so new anymore. It's 1.3 million global users. Not as big as some of the other exchanges, but is an exchange worth checking out. Link in the description of this video to see the trade, both in the spot and on the futures if you wish to. With zero incidents, cutting edge encryption, and a reserve fund over 1-to-1, which is important, ensures your assets are safe. It's an exchange that a lot has been growing lately, so I encourage you to check it out. All right, so with that being said, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next episode of today's In Crypto Show.